Hey, I'm Dr. Linda Travelute, and I've got a question for you. Are you a mature believer? Or maybe you're immature. Shoot, how do you know the difference? Here's a test for you. I'm going to show you how you can know whether or not you are a mature believer. You might think, well, I can tell an immature believer. Those are the folks who whine and complain. They have some maybe shady behaviors. Maybe they do unquestionable things. But you want to know what the real test is? If God can see whether or not you and me can pull off the unconditional love thing. Can we love people even when they mess with us? You know, even when it's hard, even when people do us wrong. That is the test. When I was in college, my boyfriend cheated on me. Now, I know a lot of people get cheated on, but that causes a lot of hurt and a lot of pain. And man, I was so angry, so mad, and I was going to break up with him. But you know what I decided to do? I did one of the hardest things I've ever done. I forgave him, even though he didn't deserve it, even though I was crushed by it. I forgave him, and we continued on with our relationship for a season. That was a great test of love. So can you love people even when it hurts? See, God doesn't need our unconditional love. So that's not much of a test to say whether or not we love God unconditionally. God doesn't disappoint us. Well, maybe he does sometimes when we don't get our way. He doesn't give us what we want. But really, God's kind of easy to love. So the only way for him to really test whether or not we have this unconditional love thing down is to put flawed human beings in our lives. So let me ask you, can you love someone who messes with you? If we can love those folks, we are mature believers. And here's a great way to know that. You know, 1 Corinthians 13 gives us the greatest definition of love. And if you can take the word love and substitute your name in that passage, that'll give you an indicator of whether or not you can pull this off. Just for example, I'm going to put my name in here and see how it reads. Instead of love is patient and kind, it would go like this. Linda is patient and kind. Linda is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Whoa, I fell that a lot of times. Linda does not demand its own way. I fell that one even more. Linda is not irritable. Oh boy. And it keeps no record of when it has been wronged. Linda is never glad about injustice, but rejoices with the truth. Linda never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. Wow, if I can pull that off, that means I am a mature believer. So can you do that? That's the test. Can you say you love at all times? That's a mature believer.